In this video, traders, we're going to look at 7 warning signs you are about to make a bad trade. Stay tuned for this one. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. If you are subscribed to the channel, I do appreciate your support. If you're not yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you like this kind of video, at the end of it, wait till the end. If you like it, hit that like button. That's much appreciated too. Comments, of course. Right, so 7 warning signs you're about to make a bad trade. These are signs that I come up with that I know, oh, I got a little alert here. You've got to be a little bit careful. Over the years, having seen all this different type of things, these are some of the things that I know I've had from journals years ago. Some of these don't affect me anymore, but some still do, and maybe you can add yours in the comment section below as well. So 7 signs you think, you're about to make a bad trade, and it's be able to stop yourself before you do. And often you look back and think, well, I was thinking that, I was feeling that before I did that really awful trade. So obviously this is not just a losing trade. I'm not saying a bad trade's a loser. We're saying a bad trade as in a trade that's not well thought out, maybe too much risk, maybe not part of your trading plan, all those things. That's a bad trade. A loser's not a bad trade, it's part of your trading plan, risk management, etc. You're going to have those. Okay, so the first one, guys, is you feel the urge to do something. So you've been there, you kind of see the market moving around. It's like, I've got to do something, I do something. The market's volatile, it's opportunity. And then you just pick something because you think it's there. Been there, done that. I have to be mindful of it as well now. And I also did a video where I talked about, hey, when the market's going crazy and you've got big numbers up on the screen, you feel like you should be involved with it. And that's the same kind of thing. If the market's been active and kind of played off levels that you've seen, but you haven't taken them, then you feel the urge to do something the next one. The urge to do something is there. And that can be a precursor for a bad trade. Number 2, guys, you missed several recent trades. So similar to that, but slightly different in that you may well have had some trades that haven't quite got to the level you wanted. Or let's say you took a trade that didn't quite get to your target. You were just in tune, but not quite. And there's a little bit of frustration there. You think, just get a trade on, get a good one under the belt because, you've missed a few, you weren't quite in sync. That's just often a time to take a bit of a step back and go, well, why am I not in sync? What's the reason I've missed it? Is it just the way it is, or am I kind of expecting more than I should be? What's the deal there? So that's often something to look at. Number 3 is you're angry at you or the market. Always going to make a bad trade when you're angry, guys. Simple. It's one of the worst kind of things you can be feeling when you're trading. You're frustrated, you're angry at the market's not offering opportunity, or the market keeps stopping me out, or whatever it may be. I'm not performing as I should be. That's the you part of it. I'm not trading like I should be. I'm making mistakes. If you have that in you, it will just add fuel to the fire, because you'll be making what you perceive as an easy trade and ends up being a bad trade, and more likely going to be a losing trade. If it's not, it's still going to reinforce bad behavior. You can't win when you're trading from a place of anger. Number 4, guys, you convince yourself that X must happen, whatever X may be. So you kind of get to the thing where it's got to go up. There's no reason this hasn't got to go up now. And when you have that language, you're going to make a bad trade, because all you're doing is literally forcing your opinion on the market, as opposed to how you trade when you trade good trades, which is, hey, I think this is going to go to here. How can I express that? Where do I need to get in? What do I need to look for? Where's my risk going to be? What's my target going to be? What sort of pattern do I need to look for? And structuring it like that is far more effective than forcing it and saying, hey, this must do that. So if you start thinking it must do it, probably going to be a bad one coming out of that mouse. Number 5, guys, you don't care about the loss. When you're in a cycle of, you've had a lot of losers, maybe you've had situation where you don't care about the loss. You feel like, I've got nothing to lose anymore, I've had a bad week. That's always going to be a bad trade, because you end up just throwing stuff, desperate to recover something or whatever it may be. And that's really a bad position to be in, as you probably know. If you don't think about the loss, then you end up digging a big hole. And if you're unlucky, you can end up taking a trade you didn't want to take, and the market just ends up smelling that you're in that trade and ends up just running with you on the bad side of it. And you never want to take a loss anyway. You don't care about the loss, and you're like, oh, I really care about it now because it's massive. And then you hit the exit, and you end up with a loss that you really didn't want. So watch out for that. Number 6, guys, you had a recent big winner. Often, I know it was the case for me, if I had a big run or a big winning trade, it's a bit blasé about the next trade and think, I've made so much money here, it doesn't matter. Inevitably, when you're going blasé, you don't care about it a little bit. You don't take quite the same sort of care to manage the trade, to plan the trade. It whacks you. Normally as well, you trade a little bit bigger size because you feel that it's not the way to do it. Big winner, forget about it. Just, say, hey, it's a big winner, it's good. How would I do right about it? Let me go down to trading as I normally trade. So watch out for that one, guys. The last one, finally, is you feel hopeless, so similar to some of these, where was it here, angry, you don't care about the loss. So if you're feeling hopeless about your trading, you need to address that before you place another trade. I know the instinct is to trade, I want to get out of it, trade, because if I get my account back to where it was, I'll avoid the risk of feeling hopeless, or I'll avoid the feeling of being hopeless. But if you don't get it back there, then you feel like the feeling is going to linger. And really, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because ultimately you feel hopeless, you end up digging a big hole. Whereas if you go, right, you know what? I've made some errors, made some mistakes, things aren't going my way, there's bright side to this. I've done some good things, even if my account doesn't look like it, I've done some good things. So let me look at those, let me build from those, let me start off with a plan, let me go back into the market, focused, ready to move, and then adjust and trade correctly. You're trading when you're feeling hopeless, it's never ever going to help you, because as before, reinforces bad behavior, number one. If you get a loser, you feel even worse. It kind of magnifies it tenfold. It's just a bad thing to do. So if you don't feel good about your trading, maybe hopeless isn't the quite right kind of description, but whatever you do, if you feel bad about your trading in any way, then be careful, because the next trade will just end up, smashing you again on the head when you least need it. So take a step back, build the confidence back up, nurture what was going well, what was doing right, what was right about your trading. There's always something. It's in there somewhere. You don't feel like it when everything's going against you, like just getting hammered. There's always going to be something, a little kernel of goodness. Take that out, nurture it, and go, right, move forward from that. Now what am I doing right? Let me do more of that. And then you can trade from a much better place. And also resilient to be able to take a loss, because if the next one's a loser, if you're trading when you're feeling hopeless and all these things, it's going to hurt even more. Like I say, it's like a tenfold punch. Whereas if you're feeling more confident about it, then when you take that loser, you can brush it off, because you're in a much better place to be able to manage those emotions. All right, guys, those are 7 warning signs you're about to make a bad trade. Stick your extra one in the comment section below. If you like this kind of stuff, thumbs up's appreciated, as your subscription, as is sharing this video with any of your trading buddies. Take care. Bye-bye.